Simon de Garis. You're here from Innovate UK KTN. Come and talk to us, my dear friend. Finish the day well.
I will.
Bless you.
No problem. Well, great to have the final session after the lunch break before it all finishes. I will try and whiz through because I'm guessing we're all thinking we've got trains to get to and everything else. So I will be as quick as I can. But Simon de Garis from the Innovate UK KTN Knowledge Transfer Network. Many of you might have heard of Innovate UK with the incredible funding and support that's available. We're a knowledge transfer side of things. And let's see if this clicker works. So we exist to connect innovators with new partners, with new opportunities beyond the existing thinking. And I think that key bit there, accelerating ambitious ideas into real-world solutions. And that's what we need with net zero. And again, the same there with our purpose and vision, to establish a network so powerful that ideas will change the world. We can do it. We see it every day. I sit at home, working from home, and I get phone calls from innovators, and I think, gosh, this is the weirdest conversation I've ever had. But it's a bloody good idea, and I wish I'd thought of it. Oh, here we go.
Come on, baby. Don't let us down now.
You've only got a few to go. So I won't go through all of our values, but one of the key ones there, I think, and we've heard it so many times today, is collaborative, bringing people together to solve problems. And that is exactly what my job involves. And we're going to click again. Come on. You can do it. Yes. And I would say whatever sector that you are working within, whatever area, we cover it. I've got colleagues across the UK, and normally with more slides, I would show you a map of the UK with Innovate colleagues up and down the country. So reach out, because there is guaranteed to be somebody near you to support you. But covering all of these sections, net zero sort of wraps into every part. And so we're there to help. So reach out, whether you are a local authority, public sector, business, private sector, whatever it might be, there's got to be something within the organisation to help you. There we go. So we work with over 46,000 unique organisations, and 72% of those are small, and I'll come back to why that's really important to me in a little moment. But that's 234 or more innovators, which is incredible, at every university in the UK. We're at the point now that we're actually bringing students from these universities, and I work on a local authority project, into local authorities to support them with their net zero goals, working through data, working through things that the local authorities haven't got time or the resource or the money to be able to do. It's all about collaboration. There's a range of our programs and funding streams, and please do look at our websites to find those out. I won't go into any detail on this because there's a lot I could talk about. But my project, the Net Zero Innovation Network, it aims to make net zero in the UK a reality by supporting local and regional authorities and agencies. And again, it's there to connect, collaborate, inform, share experiences, lessons learned, adopt new innovations, and I don't even know if this is a government phrase that's now being used, level up. I haven't heard that in a while. But we're working with local authorities to identify the challenges, and we heard earlier today from one of the other panels, it's great working with the Manchesters and the Londons, but it's those rural organisations, those rural local authorities, the ones with challenges, completely different to the big cities, that are really interesting. We're working with procurement organisations because, I should say, along with planning, procurement is a great way for net zero to inform what local authorities are doing. And we're doing a lot of work with solution providers, with the businesses, to make sure that they are public procurement ready. So what are we currently doing? We've got a range of events for local authorities, the public sector, and the solution providers. We have our fantastic podcasts, so if you're on the train home tonight, have a look, have a listen. They're really good for a train journey. Sharing experiences and knowledge. So, for example, recently I had a call from a local authority up north who were looking at decarbonising their transport, particularly their waste vehicles. We've got local authorities that have already done that are halfway through and are at the same stage. So we're bringing them all together to share that knowledge, best practice, what worked, what didn't, have a bit of a moan, which we can all do about this. We've got to, we're human, but to share that knowledge and experience, because that's the only way we can get this information out there. I worked in a local authority for about 8 years, and within my own little department, I was siloed, let alone the other departments within the county council. I never talked to them. I wouldn't even talk to local authorities in the next sort of area over, not even somebody in Scotland, down Cornwall. It doesn't happen. So that's a big part of what we're doing, bringing people out of those silos to talk. We address specific challenges as and when they come up. So it could be decarbonising transport within the middle of nowhere. We'll work on it. Supporting procurement, as I've already mentioned, and we work really closely with Crown Commercial Services, who we heard from earlier today, and supporting solution providers, the innovators, to get involved with public procurement. I've done a lot of procurement from the local authority side. I wouldn't want to do it as a solution provider. There is so much work and effort that goes into it, but when you do it, it's really well worth it. God, this clicker's really going well now. We're on the final stretch, folks. So what are we going to be doing? So the Net Zero Supplier Portal. In a local authority, I would always struggle to find innovative, cool, new ways of doing things. I have the same suppliers over and over again, which is great when you're in a risk-averse local authority. Not so great when you want to try and progress things. So we're building the supplier portal so that we can have those innovators on hand in one place, in one directory for a local authority to be able to look at, find their suppliers, get them onto their frameworks and their procurement systems. For those solution providers, and I've had a lot of conversations recently with solutions providers who have got this amazing idea, and as an innovator, they know their product or their service inside out, but the rest of the business and procurement, a bit weak on those things. So we're going to be developing a solution provider mentoring program to take them through all the steps that they will need to get procurement ready with their net zero ideas. Support to procure, and again, we heard from Crown Commercial and the things that are going on there, and working with a wide range of stakeholders and partners. We work closely with DESNIS and a range of others to make sure that we're not overlapping or that we're actually sharing information among us as much as we can so that we can send people in the right direction when they need that help as much as we can. There's a lot going on out there. A dedicated journey. As I've just mentioned, there's so much going on out there. How do you find your way? So we're looking to put that journey together that as a solution provider, you know where to go, at what stage, and what support you can get. Continuing to share that best practice, knowledge, and the journey. I never thought, last week or the week before, I had a conversation with the European Space Agency. Never thought I'd have a conversation like that. Looking at how we can use satellites and other equipment to help net zero goals for local authorities. Can we scan rooftops to find the best places for solar panels? Can we scan to find out where there is so much thermal and heat being wasted so that we can target those areas? There is so much that we can do. And developing and supporting new initiatives. So many of the speakers and the people I've met today, we need to get on board so that we can share that message as well. And then finally, you may have seen my colleagues from the Cross-Government Climate Hub outside in the foyer. But as it mentions there, the public sector, and I'm normally focused just on local authorities, but the public sector as a whole is hugely diverse and is hugely siloed. So the Cross-Government Climate Hub helps to address that. So if you are part of the public sector, have a Google, have a look, join the community, because it's really beneficial. There are conversations going on. There are ways of supporting you. The knowledge of these volunteers within the hub is quite incredible. You can post a question and within seconds you will have the right answer. So I would highly recommend having a look at the hub and what we're doing and how that can support you in the public sector. And then just before I go, If you are on X or Twitter, I haven't moved over yet, have a look on there for our latest updates and news, and the same on LinkedIn. Visit our website. Drop me an email if you want to get involved. I want to talk to you. I want to involve your projects, programs, or whatever you are doing. And for the Cross-Government Climate Hub, the website is there as well, so take a picture on there, and I'll hand back to John. Thank you.